Hi everyone, it's Sam here. So here is my fireplace mantle, and I placed the new orchids there, my new phals. Do you remember this one here? I bought this before Christmas, and you could see one flower there starting to fade. So I'm just going to leave that and let it fall. And this one is slowly going to. So, once all the flowers fade, I will cut it back to a node, which is, I believe, right there. So I'm just going to cut it right there. So hopefully I'll get a new secondary branch very soon. So yeah, and here is my mini that I respiked. So this one only has 3 flowers. I actually did suffer a bud loss, so unfortunately this only have 3 flowers, but that's okay. Suki, stop! You're being so annoying right now. Hi. Jax is sleeping. Okay, so yeah, so I just wanted to put them together like this, and it looks really nice. Don't you sigh? Okay, and the reason I'm doing this video is because I want to show you something very exciting. So follow me, let's go upstairs. Come on, girls. Come on. Crazy dogs. All right. So, exciting news. This morning I woke up and I was greeted with a couple new blooms. Yes, recording the progress of my large phal. And here is her first bloom that just opened for me. So excited. So again, this is from a secondary spike, and this year from the secondary spike I counted 9 buds. 9 buds. So that's so exciting. Last year from her secondary spike she had 7 buds. So the primary spike last year had 7 flowers. I counted 7 flowers. This year, 14 flowers. And from the secondary spike, 9 flowers. So not bad. I know that, you know, from the secondary spikes, the blooms are not always going to be as abundant as a primary spike, but 9 buds. I mean, not bad, eh? So pretty. And this one will be following suit any day now. What else? Oh, okay. And another one, which is very exciting. My spotted phal. Yes. So, yeah. She's pretty. She's not completely in full bloom yet, but she has started to open. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buds. And this is actually not from a secondary spike. This is actually from a main spike. She is my only phal that's planted in coconut husk. Yes, let's see what else I can report. Oh, and this one here, one of my favorite mini phals. She is so gorgeous. The last time I recorded her, which was a couple weeks ago, she only had 1 bloom. And now she's almost in full bloom. All her buds have opened except for one, as you can see there right at the tip there. So I am so looking forward to having all her blooms opened, and then once she opens, I will move her downstairs to place on my fireplace mantle along with my other orchids that are in bloom. Isn't she so pretty? She's so lovely. One of my favorite phals. And on top of that, she's got kick-ass roots too. You know how I love my roots. So, there you go. Yeah. And just for my reference, I'm just going to do a quick shot of all the growing spikes so that I can look back and kind of document. So, here it is. This is a main spike on my mini phal. It's coming along quite well. This one here has a main spike growing, plus 2 old spikes, which are growing secondary shoots, or have started to, but it's not really progressing much, so I don't know if it's stalled or if it's even going to continue to grow. My mini phal with the kiki, the roots are continuing to grow with the kiki, so I'm not going to remove that plant yet. I'm going to wait until I have my first spike, or at least get a couple more roots there. My yellow one there in the yellow pot, you can see that spike growing. This is it's a rather slow growing spike. Right there with a very long spike. That's growing from a main stem. And I've got about 10 flowers. Last year I checked my videos and I only had 5 flowers. So it's doubled in flowers, so that's great. She's a white mini phal. So her buds are going to open any day now. This one here, secondary shoots. Again, guys, this is just for my documentation. So you can go ahead and leave the video now. I like to look back and see the progress. This is in hydrogen clay media, really nice firm leaves. It's got 2 secondary spikes growing, coming along well. This one here is a mini phal that I actually repotted into a medium size pot. I saw that she was root bound, and even though she was in spike, I decided to change her anyways, and she's doing fine. You can see the spike. That's a primary spike. This one here is the one with crown rot, coming along just well. It's growing secondary shoots from 2 main spikes. This one here. This one here is 3 spikes, 2 secondary spikes that grew new shoots, and then a primary spike there in the middle. I counted about 15 blooms on this baby here, so that's awesome. The roots are growing. This orchid's funny. It's got really wide, fat, round leaves as opposed to the long leaf variety. Crazy roots shooting out. Growing tips. Not too many flower buds. Only got 3. This one here is my peach phal, grown in hydrogen clay media. Very healthy. Got a secondary shoot there growing. This one here is the only phal that I have that has an ID. DTPS shoe long pink clouds. Planted in a mix of sphagnum and clay pellets. Secondary shoots are coming along fine. And this one here is a yellow phal, enoid. Here's the progress. And this here is, I believe, a Walmart phal. This is a slow growing secondary spike. These ones here, nothing going on with the spikes. But this one here, I purchased this clearance December 14th, I believe. I think I did a video on that. Anyways, the flowers have fallen, but you have buds there at the end, at the tips. So I'm going to leave that, and it's got secondary shoots growing, so that's coming along. It's growing really fast. Okay, and this is the end of my video. To those that are still watching, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're still watching, but anyways, thank you for sticking by me. Take care, everyone.